stuck here. The cops won't bother me. I'm about to do one of my most epic rides. I am going to go from Burtonsville, which is north of I-95, and I'm going to go to the National Harbor. But the problem with that is that there's only a few spaces that you can go through to the National Harbor. And you can either go through Southeast DC, which is okay. Maybe I'll do that, maybe not. Or you can go through Route 16 South into DC, and then you have to cross over into Virginia. Just do this sort of stuff. Find a closed road, go right through it. The world is your oyster when you have a 50. And look at this, just riding around a parking lot like this. So fun. And on the bicycle, you're heating up. So you're always boiling. But on a little 50 like this, shoot, there's a lot of little tricks you guys can do. This is a typical Yukon that can't drive. You really have to watch out for these guys. They're terrible drivers. But on a motorcycle, I get so frustrated. And I think that's one of the beauties of riding a small scooter. You're never frustrated by cars going slow because you're like the slowest one. And that's quite a beauty behind these little engines. You know, there was a lot of Honda Groms on the DMV ride out. And they were great, man. I'm really digging the Grom Tacoma Park. Freaky deaky, hippie Tacoma Park. It's a nice area. That means you have to pay a lot to live here. Very unaffordable. It used to be known for like the hippies and the granola people. And now all the goddamn fucking hipsters have raised the price on these things so high. $1 million homes everywhere. These little ones are all like $800,000. So we left Tacoma Park and now we are in DC. You can see it's starting to look a little bit different. It's a little bit more dense. DC also doesn't take care of their roads, so it's kind of, oh man, these roads are in such terrible shape. Now we are on 14th Street. And we're on 14th Street in DC. This goes through some good parts of DC. As you look around, the houses are single family stuff, but they're very expensive. This is the area that most recently got gentrified here in DC. Oh, fucking, man, the potholes and roads here are just terrible. You gotta keep your eye on the goddamn road. Freaking hippies, man. We have arrived in Columbia Heights, another one of those hip places. Probably the last stand for people that could afford stuff before. All right, look at this. People just like double park like crazy here. Why would you do that, stupids? But this is the beauty of a scooter, just kind of going in and out of traffic, and you can see that not much really affects the scooter. I can ride on the full lane now because I don't need that much speed in the city, and I can manage to get through it extremely well. Once you're in the city, a 50 is all you freaking need, man. You don't need anything more than that. Now we're coming up to the Smithsonian and the National Mall and stuff like that. It's a very good scooter. You know, I'm sure there's like little things that you could do to upgrade it, like disc brakes and stuff, but filtering on it is excellent. What are you doing, man? You know, you can move when there's a green light. You're a fucking taxi cab driver. You should know this. I shouldn't have to like honk it to you. What do you have in your wheel, buddy? This is the African American Museum. I have no idea why people are taking so long to cross. Police interceptor. Who you kidding, man? You're not a fucking police interceptor. You're a fucking poser. That's who you are. These are like the poser cars. Very rarely cops use that anymore. So this is the National Mall. There's the Capitol. And then there's the Washington Monument. And the Smithsonian is here. Free museums, man. It's kind of funny that people, you can come here for free, but nobody ever does. It's a really insane bonus that we have to have these free museums with great collections and stuff, but nobody takes advantage of that. There's another part that's going to be more dangerous, but I have to get on 14th Street Bridge so I can get the hell out of here. And the easiest way is to go through here. I've gone through here before on a Ruckus, and I've come on here on the C3 too. It's just a short amount of time that I have to cross over. So this is going to be like a maxed out sort of ride. But people will get over it. Freaking babies. 40 miles an hour. I am going 40, so I do have, technically, legally, I can be here. You can see there's not a lot of traffic, and people do move to the left to pass you. This is, after all, Virginia. And Virginia, they tend to be a little bit less douchey than Maryland drivers. Hey, he's got like the nightmare on 210. No wonder he was an asshole. Well, I decided to take the back roads of Old Town instead of being on that bigger road. If you can ever do that, that's the way to do it. Don't hang around large roads if you can help it on a bike. And this bike is perfect for these type of roads. Old Town Alexandria, it's got a lot of character for sure, but very unaffordable for average people. So the people that live here have a lot of money, and not just regular money, it's old money. All right, I do not recommend doing this, guys. Hopping on the Beltway for a little bit of time because I have to cross the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, and I usually just take the shoulder. Here's the local lanes for $3.95, and this thing actually takes it fairly fast. Just completely maxing out the bike right now. I'm actually leaving the car behind me in the dust. Yeah, look at that. The car behind me like was really far behind. So this is not something I'll recommend, guys. This is a little dangerous. And what I like to do after I get past this road right here, I am going to just jump on the shoulder because, you know, why not? While I'm on this road, I am definitely like just doing high speed all the way. And the thing is, you just don't want to be stopped by the police, but cars will just move around you. I've driven like this in Europe too. It's like, man, you just got to get over a bridge, and there's no other road that connects Alexandria to the National Harbor. So you're kind of forced to go on the shoulder and on a major highway. But you see a lot of scooters on the highways in Europe, much more than here. We're gonna exit now, but that was it, guys. A 50 on $4.95. Definitely, if you are afraid, don't do it. But I've done it a couple of times, and I know it's just for a brief period, you know, and now I can slow down a little bit. So much better now. Here's the MGM. All right, squids, thanks for riding with me, and I will see you in the next video.